Today, we are going to look at some of the spine-chilling videos caught on dashcams. Number 7. In this video uploaded to Facebook by Justin Builder, a father and son are returning from a camping trip in Glacier National Park in Montana, and they face a situation where they were forced to drive through an active wildfire dodging debris after they were stopped by a downed tree. They had no other option than to go through this way. According to the reports, the wildfire began to spread from 5 acres to over 2,000 in a matter of hours. The son drives the car as the father records this spine-chilling video. As you can see in the video, the intensity of the fire increases as they drive forward.
The car is heating up, it's going to explode.
As they drive further, they feel their car being heated up from outside by the flames. And at this moment, they are literally praying to God for their lives and to make it through this nightmare. The son continues to follow the road, and the video then ends after they manage to make it out alive. This is by far one of the most terrifying wildfires ever captured on camera. They were later rescued by 2 park employees on a boat.
We can't get out. I'm getting out. We can't drive back. We get that out of the road. We get the
Number 6. While you're on the road, you gotta be very careful unless you want something like this to happen to you. This man was driving his Subaru Forester XT, 7,000 feet above sea level, in Angeles Crest Highway in California. He seems to enjoy his ride, taking pictures and using his phone to text. He decides to experience the thrill of the speed in that location and gives it gas. It was a beautiful day indeed, and the sunshine glared at his vision while he was exiting the tunnel. And then this happened. Immediately after the tunnel, there was a sharp turn in the road. He quickly loses control, and the car begins to roll to the side of the road into the valley. But amazingly, the car stopped on a rock wall that was part of a drainage pipe, saving his life. What's even more miraculous is the driver was completely unharmed. The emergency services personnel on the scene said this driver was the luckiest person they've ever seen. When he was interviewed after this incident, he said he couldn't believe he was still alive. How lucky do you think he was? Let me know down in the comments. Number 5. Brian Swanson and his wife Lauren from Utah moved to Kenya along with their 3 kids to set up a CrossFit gym there. They were traveling along a dirt road in Kenya when they started to approach a suspicious van slowing down in front of them.
I don't like that. I'd rather assume they do that.
And as they got closer to the van, a group of machete-wielding bandits started running towards them. The husband said in a Facebook post about this incident that one of the men was carrying a gun, but fortunately, he couldn't get it out of his waist belt in time, which bought Brian some time to drive backwards and roll up his windows before shifting gears moving forward past the dangerous criminals with full speed. The wife and their 3 kids were petrified as what just happened and reported it to police after they got away. It's safe to say that this family was too lucky to get away this time, but we never know if the others would be this lucky. Be very careful when you visit places you're not really aware of. Number 4. This unnerving video was captured on a dashcam in Brooklyn, New York. A creepy man stood in front of this car in the pouring rain on a late evening.
Damn, so I have this fucking crazy guy that just popped up in front of my car out of nowhere, and he's freaking me the fuck out, bro. I called the cops. What the fuck is this? What the fuck is this guy doing? I'm on Ocean Parkway between X and Y, just driving down, and this guy out of nowhere in the middle of the street goes right in front of my car, and fucking he won't let me through.
Staring at the people inside the car and refusing to move, the driver tries to back up and go around him with no luck.
Ooh, look, let's see, I want to try and go through. Look at that, you see that? You see that? He's not letting me through. His eye is all fucked up.
But he, despite the weather, creepily walks towards the car.
Hold on, I think I see NYPD right there on the left. NYPD right there on the left just signaled me to fucking reverse. I'm reversing. This guy is so...
Later, the driver parks his car and calls the police.
Crazy people in New York. Crazy people in New York. I don't know what the fuck is going on. He's not letting me fucking move. He just keeps getting closer to my car. He's on some drugs. This guy right here. I thought that was NYPD right there, but it's not. They would have been here by now to help me out. Yo, do you need money, bro? Do you need help? Are you okay? What's going on? No response. Just like the fucking... That stare right here. Look at his eyes, yo. I'm not even fucking with you. His eyes are fucking crazy. You see his fucking eyes? Yo, his eyes are all fucked up. Drugs?
What's even creepier is, even when officers arrive, the man continues to follow the vehicle down the road and doesn't stop staring at them.
On the scene, responding to my call. I don't know what he's doing, but he's about to get tasered. He's about to get tasered. This guy is fucking bugging out. I don't know what's going on.
All while saying absolutely nothing.
He's about to get tasered. If he moves, they got his...
He was detained by the police afterwards.
Okay, thank you.
Number 3. This tragic dashcam video is from February 10th of 2022. A 38-year-old Uber driver, Christine Spicuzza, a mother of 4 from Pittsburgh, had accepted a ride expecting it to be a regular one, but unfortunately, it ended up being far from regular. The hooded man in the video is 22-year-old Calvin Crew, who had booked this ride from his girlfriend's phone. He gets in and waits for an opportunity. "10 minutes into the journey, he can be seen sliding to the center of the back seat. And after around 18 minutes into the journey, he finally makes his move.
I'm sorry? You've got to be joking. fine. Keep driving.
No, it's not. Stop. Come on, man. I got a family. What are you
I got
doing?
a family too. Now drive.
What are you doing?
Drive.
Please stop.
Drive the car, man.
He takes out a gun and points it to her back of the head, forcing her to drive for another hour. He also forces her to cancel the ride so it can be tracked. Meanwhile, he takes her phone and tries to transfer all her money onto his girlfriend's account. According to the police, Calvin used banking apps including Venmo and PayPal, while she was obligated to continue driving for one more hour. Unfortunately, 2 days later, Christine's body was found on a hillside in the Pittsburgh neighborhood of Monroeville with a gunshot wound to her head. According to the police, she was begging in the last moment of her life before he shot her anyway.
Please stop. Please, I'm begging you. I have 4 kids. What are you doing?
Detectives believe Calvin couldn't get any money trying to access banking apps, which made him agitated, so he shot her in the head. The DA are seeking the death penalty for Calvin in this case. Number 2. In this video from New South Wales, Australia, uploaded by YouTube channel Dashcam Owners Australia, you can see a Mercedes-Benz driving on the highway. The dashcam then records a small hatchback speeding from behind the Mercedes out of nowhere. It passes the Mercedes and cuts suddenly into the lane in front of this car.
He's got an axe. Wait, stay. Yeah. What are you doing? Oh, fuck off. Keep distance, bro. Oh, are you ready, Chucky? Are you here?
The driver of the hatchback is seen wielding an axe and waving his hands out of the window. That lunatic driver then tries to force them to pull over to the side, but the man in the Mercedes is determined to escape the driver anyway. So they take a U-turn and starts to drive, but to their surprise, he follows them for a few miles very closely.
Bro, this guy is fucking the head. He's gotta come.
After following them for a while, he does something crazy.
Oh, fuck. Keep driving. Holy
He rear ends
fuck.
them with a full speed. The terrified man in the Mercedes decides to call the police. The 2 men continue to drive as far away as they can from the vehicle, and then the driver slams into the Mercedes again. His small hatchback loses control this time and drives off to the side of the road, buying some time for the 2 men to escape safely for good this time. After a few days, the wage driver was arrested by the police and was sentenced to 2 years with a non-parole period of 10 months. According to the police, his hatchback wasn't even registered, nor did he have insurance. The police have disrupted a significant organized criminal group operating in the state's north. During the course of the joint investigation, 5 people have been arrested. What would you do in this kind of situation? Let me know down in the comments. Number 1. In this video, captured by Reading Metro Taxi, a cab driver named Ralph Valletta starts his day with his routine cab rides. Little did he know it was not going to be his routine day. He accepts a ride where a man dressed in pink hoodie gets in the back seat of his car and pulls out a gun, pointing to the back of his head.
Give me all your money, man.
Man, I don't.
Give me everything you got. Give me it now.
All right.
I need it now.
All right.
We can make this the easy way, or we can make this the hard way, man.
Everything I got, man.
Keep your hand where I can see him.
I just started.
What else you got?
I just
Let me see
started.
your wallet. Let me see your.
I don't have anything in my
We
wallet.
can do this the hard way, or we can do this the easy way, man. Let me see your wallet and let me see your phone. I need it all right now. If you don't want to die, man.
Okay.
Give it all to me now.
They demand Ralph to give him everything he has on.
I don't have anything in my wallet.
I'm not gonna hurt
Luckily,
you. Just give me everything
a
you
police
got.
officer happened to be just behind his car waiting for the traffic signal to turn green. He notices Ralph's car does not move even after the light turns to green, so the cop gets out of his vehicle and walks over to the taxi, commanding the dumb robber to get out of the car.
I'm not gonna hurt you. Just give me everything you got.
I don't have anything in my wallet. I don't
Give me
carry
your
it.
wallet and your phone. I need your wallet.
No, please don't give me your phone. I need that for. There's a cop behind this.
What do you think? Was it Ralph's luckiest day, as there was a police officer at the right time to save his life? Or was the robber so dumb to attempt a robbery, not noticing the police car? Let me know in the comments section below. If you made it this far, then it's evident that you like watching these kind of videos just like me. To keep yourself posted with similar upcoming videos, hit those subscribe and bell buttons down there.